What is up, guys? Speed here, and today we're going to be looking at 5 combo of heroes, or at least 5 heroes, that Secret is currently using. Secret is popping off. Alright, if you guys haven't been following the pro scene, which I don't know why you wouldn't be if you watch this channel, I imagine you also follow the professional Dota scene. Secret is picking everything. They're picking ridiculous heroes, and personally, this is my favorite thing about Dota. Like, even now, when I just want to play Dota for fun or even just learn about the game, my favorite thing to do is just try out new heroes. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are very, very similar. You just like to play Dota to experiment with the vast amount of just heroes and potential roles and different heroes in those potential roles that you can play. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving a couple of good examples of heroes that I think are strong, or builds that Secret players are using that a lot of people simply are not, so that you guys can give them a shot. And yeah, let's get into the video. Actually, no, you guys know what I'm gonna say, but here's the deal. If this video gets 100, actually, I'm gonna say if this video gets 800,000 likes, I'll never ask for likes again. So yeah, 800,000 likes, and I'll never ask you guys to like the video again. But yeah, just at least like this video, and I think we'll get to that goal in no time. It's gonna work. All right, I think we can do that. We're a strong community, right? Come on, we love each other. You guys love the content, and I'll keep putting it out. All right, now let's get into the first combo I want to talk about, and that is Tinker position 4 with an EARTHSHAKER Necromonicon 1. Now, yes, you heard me right. Secret picked YapzOr, Tinker position 4. Now, this is something that Secret has been doing a lot, not the Tinker, but what they do is that they pick a core hero, or multiple core heroes, that you aren't sure where they're going, or specific heroes, and you don't know where they're going, and they just switch up the roles. It's just like, one game you have a Quap as a mid laner, then she's position 4, then you don't know, she's just 5, and then Quap's the jungler. You don't know with Secret. And that's kind of what they did here. They picked the Tinker, he goes position 4, and what YapzOr did is what I'm going to recommend. He took Laser level 1. Now, I will say, I think if you have a very dominant lane, like let's say you have a very favorable matchup and you know you're going to win, right? Their position 5 is an AA and he has no starting items. You can go the Rocket at level 1. It does 125 damage on an 18-second cooldown for only 80 mana. It is unbelievable spammable. Just use it off cooldown and you're gonna win your lane. Now, in this game, YapzOr went for Laser level 1, and the reason for this is, at least from my vision, is a couple reasons. It's good for helping you to get denies in the laning stage, right? It can just completely disrupt people's CS, similar to what you do in the laning stage with it. But, most importantly, he was laning against a Jakiro. Jakiro is one of the best lane bullies in Dota, but funny enough, Tinker actually trades pretty well. You have fairly decent armor, good damage, okay movement speed, and then you take Laser and they can't auto attack you back for 3.5 seconds, and you can trade. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. On top of that, I want to talk about the skill and item build. I really do recommend, if you are gonna give this a shot in your game, please, 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 please give it a shot in unranked and look up this match. All you have to do is go to DotaBuff, go to YapzOr, you'll find it. No problem. Search everything that he does and copy it piece for piece. Otherwise, you're gonna feed. But nonetheless, he didn't take rearm, I believe, until level 11? Yeah, I think he took it at 11 and 12. 3 points in the laser, 3 points in the homing missile, then started putting points in March, but then randomly took the last point in missile. It was bizarre. Nonetheless, it worked out. Secret won another match of Dota 2, and just to finish it off, I primarily only really wanted to talk about the Tinker, as that was the interesting point, but they also picked EARTHSHAKER, and Zai, with no items in between, bought a Necromonicon 1. Yes, I'm not kidding. And I guess the cool thing about this is you get to have 2 Sage's Mask in the laning stage, which is absolutely fantastic. The mana regen is very good for EARTHSHAKER, as you can spam Enchant, Totem, and Fisher, which he certainly did. They went very aggressive in that lane, but also it gives EARTHSHAKER a way to farm. EARTHSHAKER usually doesn't have that great way of farming. Enchant, Totem, and Fisher can be okay for clearing waves, but it costs a lot of mana. They're pretty long cooldowns, well, Fisher that is. And therefore, I think the Necromonicon 1 is actually pretty cool. It lets you stay in your lane, you can pressure towers if needed, you flash farm, and that's what YapzOr did. He got pretty huge as EARTHSHAKER. It was fascinating. And keep in mind that Zai was playing offlane. I mean, hopefully you guys would know that, but if you didn't, yeah, he was offlane. Next up, getting into the second match I want to talk about, we're going to be talking about YapzOr's position 4 Witch Doctor. And I know I'm going to be talking about YapzOr a lot in this video because they pick him the weirdest heroes by far, and personally I think he's the most fascinating to watch. But yeah, so they pick him Witch Doctor position 4. This isn't that insane, but usually Witch Doctor has notoriously been picked as a 5. The hero's a 5. So how does YAPZOR play Witch Doctor 4? What he does is he rushes a vessel, well, specifically he rushes Urn even before boots. Once again, the build-up is fantastic. Having Sage's masks right now are great, and yes, you get a Sage's mask as part of Urn. You also get a Circlet, Ring of Protection. It's just a really god-tier laning stage item. And then you pair an Urn Charge, an aggressive Urn Charge, in combination with Maledict, and no joke, if you just like level 3 Maledict someone with an Urn Charge, which is kind of around when you're gonna get Urn unless you happen to pop off in the early game, you kind of just deal like half or more of someone's HP. No extra damage. Just Maledict and Urn. It's like almost a solo kill. I don't know, it seems kind of insane to me. Secret has been doing particularly well with this. It's something I'm gonna be trying out as well. Maybe I'll even post a live game over on the gameleap.com website of me playing it, you know, my first try. But they also pick it usually with some sort of aggressive hero in lane. In the game in particular that you should be seeing on the screen here, they pick it with a Dragonite. He doesn't stay in lane for that much, but just having some sort of stun, whether or not it's a Slardar, you know, Underlord could be alright, or a Sand King, anything like this. If you have some sort of initiation hero that lets you set up for an easy Maledict, or has follow-up damage for Maledict and your stun, you can kind of just kill anyone once you hit level 3. I mean, you can kill people earlier than that. Witch Doctor's pretty nuts in the laning stage, really good stats, good damage, good animation. Just a really good laning hero. So yeah, try to pick up with the +1, buy an Urn, then buy a vessel after you get boots, of course, and you're kind of off to the races. For number 3, you should try out gameleap.com in the description down below. If you sign up right now, you get a 25% discount. But in all seriousness, guys, I actually do recommend you check it out. I know I say this most videos, but really, if you're looking to just get more content from me, you enjoy what I put out, and you want to try to learn the game of Dota as soon as possible, as fast as possible, get to the top level, I really do try to put out a lot of good content over there. I recently have made a bunch of guides. They're not all out, but there's a lot prepped. I just today made a Lina guide. So there's going to be an entire course on Lina mid, and such. There was also EARTHSHAKER or Spirit. I think I did a PA. There's like so much stuff coming out. I'm really excited for it because it's not just like, oh, here's the skill build, here's the talent build, here's the item build. It's a lot of good information, like top tier stuff. In the PA course that will eventually come out, I talk about target priority, like something that is just very in depth. So that's what I'm saying. Like, guys, if you're trying to get to the next level, I think all the new content that I've been making lately is going to be god tier for you. But actually, in all reality, the third game is a Sniper Pango lane. Now, they didn't pop off here, but I think if you guys really understand how strong this lane could be, you're gonna do super well. YAPZOR got a lot of kills. He did, you know, pretty well for himself. And yeah, Sniper position 4 right now is something that maybe you guys have seen. If you haven't been following the top tiers of Dota, maybe you've missed out on it, but snipers are basically going brown boots, maybe a stick, into Ags. Because your Ags is just a lock-on stun. You just stun people over and over again. It's really, really funny. You just assassinate, and then you assassinate again, and then you shrapnel with the shrapnel talents. It's pretty good. Yeah, and Sniper also has CDR level 10, which is really good. But all in all, Sniper in the laning stage wants to generally be taking points in his shrapnel. You're maxing that out, of course. It's by far your best ability. It lets you push creep waves from across the map. Headshot is also good for the laning stage, as it reduces people's attack speed, makes it very hard for them to go aggressive. Right? You can protect your offlaner, and that's kind of what you do with the Pango Sniper lane. If they ever try to go on you, or they overextend, you slow them with Lucky Shot, you slow them with Shrapnel, and you kind of just disarm, decrease their armor, and poke them in the head with Headshot. It's really obnoxious. So just pick this lane with your friend, or I don't know, some weird guy you met in solo queue, some Russian is like, "Sick, I'm Picky Pango," and then you can pick Sniper and be like, "Hey man, we're gonna pop off this laning stage," and I actually think you will. But the last thing I want to say about Sniper 4 is make sure you put a priority on farming to a large extent. You can actually make stacks in the jungle as well. That can work quite good for you. Do try to take the tome. I think having a very early level 7 is gonna help you a ton. More points in Shrapnel, the better you are. And yeah, just push in creep waves with Shrapnel. You just chuck it on top. It will get you golden XP, and you're off to the races. At number 4 on the list, we have one that I'm very passionate about because I feel like this hero is being underrepresented right now. And that is Night Stalker. But specifically this game, we saw a Midnight Stalker by Matoma Man. Now, I'm not going to say he was the main reason why they won, or he put in all the work. He didn't. The second hero I'd like to talk about briefly here is Timbersaw. Zai bought a Necromonicon. Yeah, I guess this is kind of just a Zai thing. I mean, there's been a lot of players for a long time who've been considering Necro 1 as just a farming item. In fact, NoTel in TI8 queued it up in the grand finals match. If you don't believe me, go watch it. Queued up a Necromonicon 1. I don't think he bought it. Nah, he didn't buy it, but like, yeah, he queued it up because this item just lets you shove lanes, just lets you farm. It's really, really, really good for shoving lanes. It's pretty insane, actually, how much value you get out of it. And the fact that you buy Sage's masks, which in my opinion are broken. I don't know if you knew that I thought that based upon this video. Maybe you do now, but yeah, I do. Going back to the main point though, besides, you know, that I think NECRO 1 is pretty legit on Timber, as you can flash farm, Midnight Stalker is really good in my opinion. In fact, I think this hero in pubs is strong. It has a high win rate, I think around 53%, which is very respectable. And if you like one-trick this hero or understand its strengths, you kind of just pop off because he's very, very, very player friendly. He's not hard to learn. It's just, oh, it's nighttime? Okay, I guess I can go on you, right? Like, that's it. You click Void if you want to nuke someone, and then you silence everyone in an AoE, and you just run around with like 150 damage and high attack speed 2 minutes into the game. It's pretty funny. Actually, 5 minutes into the game, but you guys should get the point. All I'm saying is that I think Night Stalker, specifically as a mid laner, is very strong. He has a lot of regen, so he doesn't get bullied easily. He can secure range creeps with Void. And yeah, once it hits nighttime, you can kind of just gank. Like, if the bounty runes come up and you go contest them in minute 5, minute 10, you know, the outpost, things like that, you just kill them. Like, it's so unbelievably hard to deal with a Night Stalker who's going to have, like, 1300, 1400 HP very early into the game. This hero's strength gain is insane. You pick up some bracers, phase boots, maybe an Orb of Venom into your Aghanim Scepter or other tanky items. And I think Night Stalker is strong, so check out this game and give it a go. Finally, and last but not least, we have offlane Tusk and position 4 Quap. I would like to say that Secret has also been picking offlane Quap. They seem to think Queen of Pain is a good hero. And they also picked mid Magnus this game, which I've also seen from a couple teams, and in my opinion, I think it's a forgotten art. Mid Magnus kind of just fell off. I feel like Magnus fell off in general, but it's coming back a little bit. I think OG picked it, now Secret's picking it. There's also one other team that picked it. And yeah, Magnus is kind of coming back. I feel like this hero is just pretty good. You buy Necro Saber Blink, some damage items. Oh yeah, mid one bought like a Morbid Mask. It was really weird. But going back to the point, Secret in this game, as you should be seeing, picked offlane Tusk with a Quap. Now, they didn't dominate the lane, but trust me, in most of your pub matches, if you guys pick offlane Tusk with a 4 Quap and you go even relatively aggressive, like just cast your spells together, right? When you hit level 2, just shard them, tag team, dagger, scream. You're just gonna ruin anyone. Anyone who steps out of position, if you just turn on your brain and hit his shards, you're gonna do so much damage. It's really, really cool. On top of that, if Quap ever wants to play fast, and so does Tusk, they work very well in the mid game. Also, Tusk, as you're gonna see from Zai, can be played as almost a roamer to some extent. He can kind of just roam, and then Quap, if she needs to catch up or get a lot of levels, as Quap generally wants to do, you just can sit in a lane, because the Tusk is going to be roaming, so this offlane Tusk can transition basically into a position 4 that has items and levels, be very dominant around the map because of this good start, and then you use this Quap who didn't have a good start to catch up, and all of a sudden you have 4 cores. I think it's a really cool strategy that a lot of teams are picking up. Secret's been doing this for a long time with Zai and YapzOr, where basically they swap positions at some point in the game, and yeah, as Dota continues to evolve, as it has been for over a decade now, I think this is going to become more and more popular where offlaners just become roamers, whether or not it's with the bounty hunter or, you know, a Riki or a Weaver or Tusk, it doesn't matter. I think this is going to become more and more popular, even if it's with Quap over time. And that's going to be all for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I really do like talking about and thinking about these different wacky builds. As I said, this is my favorite thing in Dota, and I hope it is your favorite thing as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and sign up to gameleap.com if you like me. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me, but I recommend you sign up to gameleap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It is different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. And that's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're gonna see there, and I hope to see you there right now. So click it, and yeah, thanks for watching.